Now, War Against Indiscipline is a campaign initiated by City TV in partnership with the MTTD, the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service. And the main aim is to reduce the crashes on our roads and, of course, instill some level of discipline in road users. Now, you may not be seeing the officers on the roads, but hey, we'll still catch you. We have a report that is going to show you how the police is arresting road offenders, traffic offenders. And so we'll play that report and then we'll take you into the control room and show you how they're going about the entire process.
The drivers or owners of these vehicles thought they could break the law because the police was not visible. However, they were not lucky. The police, through surveillance gadgets dotted across the city, captured them in the act. Most of the culprits violated sections of the road traffic regulations by driving in the median of the road, using the shoulders of the road, and also for wrongful parking. They were captured on the following roads: Jowulu Brown Lane at Jowulu, Fadama Union Oil Road at Fadama, and on the Papaya section of the Spinkters Road. The police have told City TV, which it partners for the War Against Indiscipline, that these drivers or owners of vehicles were going to be traced and arraigned if they fail to honor a police invitation. If you are a driver or owner of the following vehicles with the following registration numbers, then you have been invited by the police to the Accra Central Motor Traffic and Transport Department MTTD office at Tudu to assist in investigations immediately. GB 321621, GT 418318, GW 420018, GB 966321, GN 492015, GN 879714, GC 175720, GN 583718, NR 792920, and GN 376418. Again, the police is warning these drivers could easily be traced and prosecuted if they fail to report to the Accra Central MTTD. The next time you are tempted to drive recklessly, be mindful you are being monitored by the police from their surveillance center. But that should not scare you. It should rather encourage you to do the right thing when driving. For City News, I am Kojo Ajiman.
Now you know the purpose and the use of all of the cameras that we've seen installed around the city and stretching across the country as well. So that was a report by our colleague Kojo Ajiman, who has been leading this reportage on the war against indiscipline. So if you're sitting at home and you see a red arrow pointing to your car, you know that the camera has got you. But Simmons, this for me is very impressive. I think we've come a long way. We saw how the war against indiscipline started. Last year, we saw the strides you were making. Then we noticed that it's somewhat abruptly stopped. We didn't know, we weren't sure when it was coming back. Now it has come back with a bang, and we're actually seeing the efforts that have been made to improve service delivery from the MTTD, and kudos to them and the City TV team.
I think the police, they are definitely up to the task, and my admiration for them is just hit the roof, you know. And the teamwork that they are displaying there. You know, at times when you sit back, you think that is a Dampare thing. You know, oh, Dampare. Yes, he's the leader. But you'll be shocked to know how closely knit the top echelons of the police have gotten now. You know, you have all the operation, the COPs, you know, the COPs, the DCOPs, all working from Kofi Boache to the new boss of the MTTD, Abuajinya Akun, Superintendent Dr. Sasu Mensah. Everybody is working hard, you know. And we will see again, we see the effort, but it will come with its own challenges. And it may call for a review of how we interact with road users as well. For instance, I have seen this, I've watched this over and over again, and I'm asking, some countries have gone ahead of us in managing such situations. What are we picking? What are we learning from them? For instance, the UK, you know, if I don't see a yellow line, yellow single, yellow double, red double, red single, I can just park.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
we need to move to the next level.
Yes. Sure.
On which routes can I not stop?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you make a good point, actually, because if you're watching that video, someone has pulled off to the side of the road.
Yeah.
What's the issue? Has their car broken down?
Exactly.
Are they buying something from a vendor? You know, and like you said, there's no demarcation
so we need
or
to move to the next level. That look, if the red route is a no, you can't park.
Okay.
It's a double red, you can't even stop before you park. You know, but that calls for other accessories. We need towing vehicles to be working.
Yes.
We need towing vehicles to be working.
Yeah.
And at this point, the issue of towing vehicles should not be politicized the way it
was.
You know, because you see, there are two things. You either call for a towing vehicle when you are in trouble, or you are towed away,
and then you come and pay and get your
penalty. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think that we need to start introducing that.
Yeah, we do.
Because the nuisance that is caused by stationary vehicles, for whatever reason, and at times when the vehicles break down in the middle of the road, they don't care. They think it's their advantage to just keep parking. You see some of them sleeping under the vehicle.
That's true. That's true.
And it poses such risks to motorists. So I'm just saying that it's good job done so far. What they have in their control room, which we're going to talk about.
Exactly. Well, so let's go into that control room. Now, this interview was by Bernard Affler, and this was done in September of this year. And so we're going into the police surveillance control room, and then we see how they manipulate the equipment they have and how they're able to zoom in and capture some of these errant drivers.
One of the reasons we are doing this program is the CCTV footage we saw online at Apenkwa, where we saw some criminals essentially accost the woman and take her money. Were those shots taken from this place?
Yes, we have special cameras with special security features across the country. And recently, the Acting Inspector General of Police activated this center, aimed at one, ensuring that all infractions caused, things done against the law in terms of traffic, in terms of crime, in terms of whatever that borders on criminality, this place has a capability and capacity to have a general overview of it. And this time around, aside the patrols that you see, the deployment that you see at the intersections, joints, strategic areas, and the vehicular patrols that you see in and around Tema and countrywide, we are supporting it now with technology. And this special facility assists us. That is the quiet policeman on the lookout. And it affords us the opportunity to know what is happening in our towns and cities. And we are so determined, to fight all manner of crime. Even the broad daylight robberies that we've seen and the footage seen, we can say that we are going all out, to make sure that we contain them. And we'll use every lawful means, to deal with that situation and stop it.
So even though this is under MTTD and it's motor traffic, you're saying that it also serves as a way of monitoring crime in general?
In general.
I see. So what happens? So assuming you see somebody on a motorbike or in a car attacking somebody here, what typically would happen?
As part of our revised strategy in fighting emerging crimes and these robbers on our streets, immediately that is spotted, a patrol team will be assigned to deal with the situation. Depending upon the kind of crime, we'll send the appropriate force level, to deal with it. And though there is a communication between the center and all police officers out there on our police channel, and we'll make sure that we use this technology to enhance whatever good thing we're doing in crime fighting. and we have revised our strategies, our response level, and the way and manner, we move in to deal with the deadly criminals. And so we've upgraded it to a level now. And that is why you see a lot of policemen on static duties, foot patrols, vehicular patrols, and we have the intelligence wing also performing their job. And the center throws a searchlight all over, to assess our patrol teams on the ground. So it is a serious business that we're conducting, and we'll make sure that, we deal with the situation. But for now, we've upgraded our services. We've also seen how best our response level could be improved. And I think it has been improved through re-strategizing and, making sure that we serve the people better.
All right. So that was an interview with Bernard Avler, speaking to ACP Kwesi Fori, Director General of Police Public Affairs, from the Motor Traffic Monitoring and Surveillance Unit of the MTTD. And so you saw it there, right, in your shot, the technological advancement the Ghana Police Service has embarked on to nip some of these problems in the bud. And I think it's good. It gives them a wider reach. I mean, when we're on the War Against Indiscipline campaign, I mean, you can only have officers at a particular stretch at a particular point. But this gives them a wider reach. So they have cameras almost across the entire city, and then they can sit in the control room, catch this one on this route, catch that person on that route, pick another person on another stretch. I think it's really a beautiful thing that the Ghana Police Service has embarked on.
No, it's not only for motor traffic, it's also to monitor crime.
Security.
And so if you think you are breaking into somebody's house and nobody is watching, now you know who's watching.
Big brother is watching.
There's a big brother somewhere watching.
There is someone watching.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dr. Sasu Mensah, Superintendent Sasu Mensah, is the Director of Operations for the MTTD. He's joining us on the line now, and he's going to give us his perspective as well on how their surveillance is going and the war against indiscipline. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us, Dr. Sasu Mensah.
Thank you for this opportunity.
You're very welcome. Now, we've been monitoring your operations. Obviously, you've partnered with City TV to implement this. Talk to us about how, since we've reignited the war against indiscipline, how things have been going.
This is an added strategy to what we have been doing on the road. With this, the police administration has created the traffic surveillance and monitoring center, which is located at the National Police Headquarters. The center serves as a system to monitor infractions on our highways, feeder routes, traffic intersections, and vital state installations. The system is able to capture live infractions on our routes, store the data for replay and retrieval. So we are saying that with this system, cameras are installed at various intersections on our routes and vital installations for surveillance and monitoring. It also serves as an evidence gathering tool for those who flout traffic rules and regulations and other related crimes that may be committed on our route. Evidence that is gathered from the center concerning traffic violations and infractions are related to crimes that will be forwarded to the various jurisdictions for prompt court actions and feedback. So essentially that is what we are doing. We are doing, the system has been printed or donated to what I would say capture infractions and crimes that will be occurring on our roads and highways. So basically that is what it does. And with this,
yes, Doc. So, all right. So, for instance, now we're watching some of the footage that you've captured of people committing certain infractions. Now, what is the procedure for someone who has that red arrow that we see where you've pointed out?
Those drivers have committed infractions on our road.
Right.
We have abused the traffic rules and regulations. And
So,
because of that fact, the camera has what is that the camera has detected these infractions by because so what we are doing is that is what we are seeing by the numbers that is involved in their vehicles. What we are doing is that we are inviting them to conduct investigations to their they ask to how and when they infracted on the rules and regulations, so that the necessary action will be taken against them.
For persons who perhaps they miss the announcement that the police is inviting them, or you need to track them down, what process are you going to use to do that? Are you communicating with the DVLA?
We have various processes through which we can identify the owners of the vehicle and the persons who are driving it. Certainly, we have gotten them already. We have gotten their details already. So if they face a report, we shall call them on their phone. And what we have done is that we have also a chief on the route, and that this message has been conveyed to all police officers who are manning the route. And that if they fail to come by their numbers, they will be arrested on the route and they will be brought to the central MTTD. So it will be in their favor to report themselves to the central MTTD. Otherwise, they will be accosted on the road while they drive on the road, and they will be sent to the MTTD for them for investigation to be carried out in the preaching traffic rules and regulations. And subsequently, we might send them to court for the law court to deal with them.
Right. Now, Doc, what I want to find out is this system that you're running now, how does it feed into traffic management? Because I want to believe that from your office, you can see the various traffic hotspots, and how does it inform deployment?
Yeah, so it's based on that. Where the infractions are occurring, we shall consequently deploy our men to go and manage traffic over there. Under the forces where we see from the visual cameras that people are not abiding by the traffic rules and regulations. And for that matter, we have to deploy traffic personnel over there to make sure that they check those incidents.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Superintendent Dr. Sasu Mensah. He's the Director of Operations at the Police MTTD, of course, bringing us more perspectives on the surveillance system being run by the police service. So now you know there's a big brother somewhere watching you.
The system is working.
Just do the right thing.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Because they are going to expand this surveillance infrastructure to cover everywhere, every part of this country.